Hey everybody, it's me, Edward Jones, back with a new video. The Fate of Remington. Remington filed Chapter 11, and I'm not surprised. You know, I figured I'd do this video with my 870. This is one. This is one I built. I did a video series on the old beater shotgun project. It was this was the shotgun that for that video series, and I've I've shot many 870s. I worked on different 870s, and I've read a lot of things online about many of the complaints that people had about the 870 line. Now, one thing I've come across is when people talk about wingmasters or express models or police models, they talk about the point a term they bring up is pre 2006. So in 2006, Remington, Bushmaster, and Marlin was purchased by, I think it's called a company called Cerberus, or they're also referred to as Freedom Group. And after that, there have been some issues with quality control. There was a controversy about the Remington 700 bolt action rifle and the safety issues, where I think the safety would disengage, or there were some malfunctions I think have led to some accidents. I'm not sure if it led to any deaths, but I know it led to a lot of bad press. In the firearm community, you can go to different forums and type in Remington 870 rust, because there's a thing going on where they say if you look at an 870 the wrong way, if you sneeze at it, it would just have rust on it. Some people complain about they get a brand new gun and they get out the box and it has surface rust, and apparently I guess the finish that they use on all the metal parts, especially like the receiver and the barrel, they may have changed some things around to where it is not as durable as it used to be. And a few of it, so a lot of people have talked about, why is my Remington rusting? I just oiled the thing. I just cleaned it. It still is rusting. I can't keep this rust off. And I think it has a lot to do with whatever steel they're using or the finishing process for the surfaces of the firearms. Something's happening where it's absorbing too much moisture. It could also be that people leave them in too moist-laden conditions. I know there are different finishes you can get for your 870, even for your Mossberg 500 to make it more rust resistant. But that's been a common complaint I heard about 870s. A few other things that I noticed that have changed about the 870 was that they used to have, I think it was aluminum trigger guards. They now switched over to polymer, which I'm not saying polymer is a bad material to use for a trigger guard. I'm a big Mossberg fan, and Mossberg's use everything but the 590A1 has a polymer trigger guard, and they work. But it's kind of strange that they switched. But Remington switched from aluminum to polymer. At least with Mossberg, it's been continuous throughout. Let's see, my Western Field was made by Mossberg, and that has a polymer trigger guard. That was made in '73, so that's been something that's been continuously used for that model gun. But why they switched from aluminum to polymer on the 870 can be chalked up to saving costs on production. Also, a few other things I noticed. Many people complain about MIM parts, like the extractors on the bolts are now MIM. That means metal injection molded, and those are said to be a little bit weaker than forged parts, forged and machine parts. Which I never came across a broken extractor on any 870 that I worked on, but that's something people have noticed. I've heard people often replacing them with more durable parts. They changed the barrel magazine tube lockup. It used to be a detent drilled into the. I'll bring it down a little bit. There was on this side there was a ball detent machined and pressed into this side of the barrel lug, but it was replaced with the spring pressure system that locks the barrel and receiver in place in relation to the magazine tube, using the magazine tube spring and a special ratchet mating surface on the inside of the cap and on the end cap of the magazine tube spring. And I don't think that is as strong as the old system was. But on this gun, it works. But I prefer, if something was done before and actually seemed to work, I don't understand why you want to change it just so you can save a few pennies. If you had the reputation of being the best selling, of making the best selling shotgun in the past 50 years worldwide, why change that? You know. But I guess if you're going for, if you're looking, trying to make a, you're trying to save some pennies, then you're gonna want cutting costs somewhere. Um, and there was also controversy about the Remington R51 pistol. Many people complained about that, and also about how it took, because it was met with um, mixed mixed to negative responses. There were some issues. There were issues of, I think it was a feeding system. I think rust was a problem as well. And then there was also the complaint about it taking 2 years for the issues to be fixed. So when you have all this stuff going on, it can tarnish reputation, and it's done so badly that people have moved on to buying, Mossbergs, Benellis, Ithacas, even New England Firearm. They produced, I think it's called the Partner Pump, and it's patterned after the Remington 870. I mean, there's a made in China. Norinco has the Hawk series. They're patterned after this, after the 870, and many people say that those seem to be very good guns. So it's like, why would anyone want to spend a little bit more for this when they can get something made similar to the 870, made somewhere else and for cheaper? And coupled with that declining name, it doesn't look good for sales. And I guess things have hit them so hard that now they have to clear Chapter 11. Now, I do like the 870 platform. I think it's pretty unique in comparison to the Mossberg 500 and the 590 series. I may buy some more in the future. Like I said, this is the second one I ever purchased for myself, rather. And it's not a bad shotgun. This is one for the Old Beater Shotgun Project, and I'm very proud of the work I've done to it. I plan to do a little bit more stuff to it just to make it more my own. But it's a shame that that the quality that was associated with the Remington name has went down, and now this happened. I think they can bounce back from this. It will take. It may take kicking out a lot of old people. I don't know if it's old people, but old ideas have to go. Or maybe it wasn't the old ideas. Maybe it was some new stuff that got introduced when they were bought, and decided to move away from making something that was of good quality to making something that was cheaper, more affordable. Sometimes it helps to spend some more money on a product because it actually has a reputation of being very reliable, very dependable. Has some history behind it, and so people are willing to spend maybe a couple of 20s or even a couple of hundreds on a quality firearm, or any quality tool for that matter. I actually just bought a cordless dual drill. Probably the first cordless drill I ever purchased. I've been using my Black & Decker Quantum Pro for many years. It was given to me by a friend, and that's a great drill. But I figured it was time for me to go ahead and get a cordless drill, especially after I got a cordless impact wrench made by DeWalt. I think Remington can get back on his feet, but it's going to take a lot of work to gain the public's trust, gain the trust of their longtime customers. Because once you lose them, then you're gonna have a hard time bringing new people in if the word gets out that you sneeze at this and it just gets covered with rust. Please tell me what you think. Do you think Remington can get their act together after filing Chapter 11, or do you think Remington's done for? Are you going to continue to buy 870s? Are you going to look for ones that are pre-2006, or does it really matter? Do you do mods to your shotguns, like your 870s or 500, to correct many industry issues that you have with the stock models? I love to hear what you guys have to say about the matter. If you want to make contributions to the channel, just go to my YouTube homepage, look for the Give Up That Cheese button, and you can make a donation to my PayPal account, which can help with projects like this and help with helping the channel grow. Because every cent counts. Every little bit of help that I receive from you guys, it matters. And I appreciate the comments, or I appreciate the new subscribers, the views, everything you guys do. I really appreciate it, and I hope we keep this channel going for as long as I can, which I hope will be for a very long time. Any gripes, complaints, you know what you can do. Send me a PM. I'll see what I can do to address them, as I always say. But that's my video, the fate of Remington. You know, you may still see these around for some time, but you know, hopefully they'll be of better quality. That's my video. I'm Edward Jones, and thanks for watching.